G'day everyone. So, just going to do a summary of our second evening and morning game drives here at Deramakot Forest Reserve. So where to start? We kicked off, we had an early dinner and then kicked off around 5:36 heading into the park. I'd say it was a quiet night, in fact quiet night and morning. Now we saw a bucket load of civets but just couldn't get good looks for photography. Now Nicole did manage to get some good video, or short but good video, of I think it's called an island palm civet, and a couple of other things. So thank heavens we got that Canon XA70 camcorder with the infrared on it, because it's a bit of a game changer for a quick run and gun point and shoot. You don't even half the time with the depth of field even have to look at where you're pointing, as we had another, was a Bornean striped palm civet, something along those lines, which he managed to get a little bit of video, which I'll throw up as well. We had a problem with the, I had a problem with the spotlight that we had. The beam was really, we got another guide after the first night, and the beam was quite weak, and it cast a green hue on a lot of my photos, which you can get rid of to an extent, but you know, it does make it difficult. And again, I'm kind of glad it was a bit quiet, because a lot of photos would have been pretty average if I didn't. So we're trying to sort out Mike, our first guide from Adventure Alternative Borneo. He gave us his wife's spotty torch, and we'll see how that goes tonight. So thanks Mike, really appreciate that. So anyway, quiet, as I said, bucket load of civets, but just glimpses, looks, quickly moving through, or they're very high up in the canopy. We saw a sambar deer, which Nicole got a little bit of infrared video on, a couple of interesting frogs, and probably the coolest thing of the night was this giant stick insect, a Bornean giant stick insect. We asked the guy what it was, and he said that's kind of what it's called. And the two weird and funky bugs that we've seen, like the biggest ones and the funkiest ones, I haven't been able to find the exact names in any of the books they got here. So, but I'll check up a couple of shots. You can see what it looks like when you don't have a perspective, and then what it looks like when it's up against someone's hand. Just absolutely crazy. And even then, the video and the photo don't do this thing justice. So went out this morning. It was a crystal clear night last night, so we got to see a lot of stars. You know, the bush was quite a, you know, just lovely in that starlight, and this morning was kind of a nice clear morning. Looks like a clear afternoon again, unless the clouds build up. So went out this morning again, pretty quiet. I know the other vehicle from Adventure Alternative Borneo was out, got some orangutans again this morning. There are a couple of spots here where they kind of know where they might be, so they got them. We were kind of looking for birds, so gosh, again they were just flitting around. I would have to say that again that the birding has been difficult here. I would have thought it would have been easier, as in, look, most of the places I go, whether it's even South Africa and you're looking for big game, we see a lot more and get to photograph more birds, let alone India and Central America. So if you're used to Central America, at least in Deramakot, well, if you're a photographer, you might find it a bit difficult because you're not getting tons and tons of shots. So I'm sure from what we've heard, there's other places in Borneo where you might have a bit better luck. But if you're a birder or a twitcher, you may find that there's more than enough to float your boat here, because you're kind of just looking, observing, looking through your binocs and noting down what you're seeing, because there's definitely plenty flitting around. But we were looking for hornbills, and we finally managed. They were all around. You could hear them in the trees. Our guide had his call on his phone, and we would quickly see them fly, you know, out of a tree and going the wrong way. But I'll throw up a photo. I eventually got one. It was like at least 200 meters away. There was a couple of them, but I managed to get a shot, and you know, with post-production got it half decent, because it was the rhinoceros hornbills, you know, that they get here in other parts of Borneo as well. So you know, it was just good to see them. Other than that, it was just again a little bit quiet. I'll throw up the video and photos that we do have, and we're heading out again tonight around 5:36, and we'll see what we see. Hopefully the new spotlight that Mike loaned us will do the trick tonight. So, but that infrared wow, it's a game changer as far as being able to get stuff you may not be able to get any other way, because we are doing a lot of night safaris here. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you up again when I do the next video on our third night and morning safaris here at Deramakot Forest Reserve. Bye for now.
What?